This is the last video on gossip. You got to be able to trust the source that you tell your information to, or if you are surrounded by untrustworthy people, it is because you are untrustworthy. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, previous videos, plural. But you got to be able to trust the people that you surround yourself with, because as guarded as you are with your life, you will once in a while allow something to slip. And that piece of a piece that you allow to slip, which just means something that you let come out about you that does not have a backstory to it. And because it doesn't have a backstory, now the person has no attachment to it. And because they have no attachment to it, it is up to that person to have the integrity to not go run your business and gossip because they don't want to talk about themselves. It's not that. And from the angry space, I used to say, you can't be so bored with your own life that you want to go talk about somebody else's life. It can also be, I'm so guarded with my life. I'm so insecure. So yeah, same thing. I'm so guarded and insecure with my life that I can't reveal anything about myself. But guess what I know about so-and-so? Tip jar worthy. There goes your gossip. Any piece of information that you allow to cross your lips to a trusted source that does not have a backstory has 100% more probability of going viral, i.e. everybody knowing your business, than a piece of information that you actually told all your business about. Previous videos to understand. They want to know what I can tell you to maintain your attention without revealing anything about myself. A gossip is just a person that wants to maintain the spotlight without revealing anything about themselves because they are so flawed. Damn. Are you a gossip? And damn, I just realized, check your best friend. Check your best friend, especially if your best friend's a gossip, and how your best friend is like, ooh, girl, then what happened? And then your business get out? Your best friend, and I'm just theorizing, don't quote me. Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said don't. But I'm theorizing that your best friend, if she's a gossip, she's probably the most insecure person you know, and she probably hangs around a bunch of other insecure people because all of them gossips attracts a gossips insecure. They can't hang around the light. Boom. Back to the Mean Girls. I'm gonna go ahead and just let this one run. Regina George was the most insecure and the most masked up. The little blonde girl was she was a shine chaser, because there's a difference between light and shine. Shiny objects, you're a light carrier. I'm a light carrier. Shiny objects don't like me. There's the light carrier. Well, the one in the middle is the one that sees something about the light carrier, and is secure enough in themselves to befriend the light carrier. So they actually bring the light carrier in, but the light carrier is friends with number 2, not number 1. Number 2 is friends with number 1. Number 1 doesn't like the light because it's an insecure, shiny object. But without number 2, there's no number 1. So now number 1 has to take number 2, which they're already accepting number 2, and number 2 is bringing number 3. That's how these odd couples be happening. If there's 4 and 5 of y'all, I don't even know what y'all are. I don't even know how that dynamic works. But I see this. But I see that the gossip who never talks about themselves. And you probably think their life is amazing because they never talk about themselves. You probably assume everything you know about them. You never really see what's going on. Even with Regina George, you went inside her house, but is that really the relationship that you admire with a mother? Where you tell your mom to shut up, or, you hate your mom? Is that really the relationship you admire? So we don't really know what the brokenness that is going on behind the scenes that has created a human being that is so masked up that they're damn near, psychopathic, whatever it is, where you ain't got no damn feelings. sociopathic. So if your friend's a gossip, they're probably the most insecure person you know. And they're always chumming up to you, trying to get your business so they could go run your business. But you keep accepting them because, you know, everybody needs a lackey. That's why you only let slip the business that you don't really mind slipping, because you know you got some secrets. You know you got some secrets. You only let this thing slip that you don't hold, and we'll never know because they're your secrets. But you know that gossiping bitch ain't got no business. But if you no longer have a number 2, how are you number 1? Alright, y'all, let me first apologize for my breakdown yesterday. But if we are not taking anything for granted anymore, which we are not, I received some excellent feedback that gave me the opportunity to go back, rebrand, and try this thing again, because we will not quit on ourselves. Not anymore. So yes, I did not necessarily use my mouth to speak good yesterday, but everything is all good. LoneeAppleton.com. So I've been thinking about gossip a little bit more, and I got a little bit more. So the reason someone has something to gossip about you about is because you let something slip about yourself, or you were sitting around trauma bonding. You know how that trauma bonding goes. Girl, me too. Recent revelation is when you give a person a piece of information, but you don't give them the background information, i.e. an anchor point, they're going to speculate their ass off. Girl, she did what? He said what? He did who? And don't get it twisted. Guys gossip worse than the girls. Why you think they like going to the barbershop so much? Why you think they mad they barber moved to a salon suite? If you're in the Phoenix area and you're looking for a barber, you can find my husband Dre Cuts off of I-10 and Ray Road in the Phoenix Salon Suites over by AMC. Back to gossiping. If you want to stop, you need to stop sitting around talking about your business. The days of trauma bonding are behind us. Behind us. Behind us. Going forward, if we don't have anything to talk about, we are not going to switch over to our business, because I want to keep your interest, because you're only interested when I'm telling my business. No, we are only sharing our business if it is relevant to the conversation. The reason why we're doing that is because now we can give the motivation behind our actions, and that is very key. Let me explain. Go on, sis, and join the community and get your sister support merch and more at LoneeTaylorArt.com. With that explanation, now you have understanding. With that, now you have found a connection point. I'm talking about mutual RESPECT. What? Now let's get into gossip. Without that explanation, now I have this juicy tidbit of information about your life, and I gotta figure out what to do with it. Because most of our relationships are at arm's length, which means I can only ask you so many questions before you think I'm doing too much and being too nosy. I can never ask follow-up questions of you. Boop. Stay in your place, friend. Find featured merch and more at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Back to you, Lon. So what am I gonna do with this juicy tidbit information about you that I can't ask you about? I'm going to go to my other friend and talk about you to them. Because remember, you blocked me. And now I'm stuck to draw my own conclusions, and I am quite the artist. And that, my friend, is where gossip comes from. You give a person a piece of information, but you refuse to give them additional information because that's doing too much, and you're putting them in your business even though you already put them in your business, and they run with it because they're disloyal. I know you don't think you're disloyal, but if you repeat somebody else's business, that is disloyalty. Because these hoes ain't loyal. No, they ain't.